How do I support my wife after she was assaulted by my own cousin? Hey, I've never used Reddit, and I honestly feel a little guilty for doing so, but I'm thinking because of how anonymous this is that it could definitely help me and my girlfriend a lot in this situation. Thank you, TikTok, for introducing me to this subreddit. For some context, me, 28M, and my wife, 27F, I'm just going to call wifey, have been together for a decade now. We met very cliche why when she walked into the wrong class and sat beside me. Not really related to the story at all, but it's my favorite thing ever. So, 3 weeks ago, I was at my sister's, 30F, house to help her with her parenting. I've done this every Wednesday evening since her husband passed away because it's nice to give her some time off. Anyway, what I didn't know is that the majority of my family were at her place, along with wifey, who usually tags along on these evenings anyways because my nieces adore her. My cousin, 37M, was there too with my aunt, 59F, and uncle, 59M, along with my parents and grandparents. The evening was going fine, and nothing seemed off. It was kind of like an impromptu family gathering. Now, wifey suffers with chronic migraines, so midway through the evening it got a little too much for her, and she decided to go home. No problem, she catches a taxi home. I had wanted to go home with her, but she pushed me to stay and help clean up. The first people to leave are my aunt and uncle. And an hour afterward, my cousin says he needs to leave because his wife both needed help with their own kids. I don't get home until past midnight, and wifey's asleep, so I naturally also just go to sleep and give her a cuddle. In the morning, she wakes up and is reasonably angry when she gets upset at me for coming into her when I got home last night knowing her head was sore and that she just wanted sleep. This confuses me because the second I got in, I crashed in bed. So I press her on it, and she says she very sleepily remembers that I came home maybe 2 or 3 hours after her and had sex with her before kissing her forehead and leaving. I tell her that I didn't do anything to her last night, and she gets angrier. So we have a bit of an argument. But I'm doubting myself and thinking maybe I did come on to her and just didn't remember it. So I check the cameras we have around the house, which we installed a while back after a break-in attempt. My cousin uses the spare key to get into our house. My cousin. Of course, I don't tell wifey this because I'm like panicking and stuff. So I check the camera we have in the bedroom, and oh my god, I watch my cousin assault my half-conscious wife. I don't show wifey the clip, but I send it to my phone and save it. The first thing I do is comfort my baby, obviously, because she's a mess, and I get her parents over along with my own because I'm honestly scared I might kill my cousin at this point. My mom texts her sister, cousin's mom, and tells her what's happened whilst wifey, me, and her mom go to the police. Now, there's a case opened, and I have to hand over the security footage of my cousin along with the pajamas my wife was wearing and the bed sheets. The case is still being investigated. My family are split, and wifey's a mess. She hasn't been eating or sleeping much at all, and all she seems to be able to do is cry in my arms and apologize for cheating. I've reassured her as best as I can that she hasn't cheated at all, and that what happened was disgusting. But she keeps saying that she was awake and should have known better. She was in chronic pain with her migraine and half asleep. I need to know, other than the therapy I've already sorted out, any ways in which I can be more there for her and support her. I've also got myself therapy because I'm not sure seeing my wife be assaulted by my cousin is the best thing for my mental health. I think I might be in some sort of shock, honestly. Anyway, my aunt and uncle maintain that my wife's cheated on me with my cousin and that she's just looking for an out. But my cousin's wife has already split from him. She did the second she found out about what he did to my wife and isn't letting him see their kids. My aunt and uncle are telling everyone they can that their precious baby boy would never do such a thing and that my wife's a cheating, lying whore and it's really getting to her. Obviously, getting my aunt and uncle to see sense is not my top priority. Getting my wife justice and comforting her is. How do I help wifey in this situation, and how do I get my aunt and uncle to see how horribly what their son did to her is? Also, if anyone has any idea how the legal process could go, it'd really help because I've never had to deal with anything like this before and would like to be as prepared as possible. Sorry for the long post. I'm not even sure it makes sense. TL.DR. My cousin assaulted my wife, and I'm not sure how to comfort her or get my aunt and uncle to stop harassing her.